All right, Shalom. Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake of believers or listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures and faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. And what I want to get into, all right, and it's in transit. Some things I've been listening to. So much going on. All right, dealing with privacy. Dealing with bug outs. you know, Dealing with false camps. There's always a lot going on, and all these things tie together in the spirit. You know, and the one thing that we have to keep in mind is the bigger picture. When we start to understand the bigger picture of Yahweh Bashim Shai, then everything starts to make sense. Then we're not offended by certain things as they happen. Baba Kashah, uh, brother could put that in the book of Romans 12:1. You know, put that in the book of Romans 12:1. All right, and to get to understand 12:1 and 2, verse 2 as well. Okay, but as we grow in faith, as we grow in understanding, we start to see a bigger picture, and we start to take ourselves out the equation. Okay, and as we take ourselves out the equation, we're not offended at particular things, because a Western mindset will have you constantly offended, in the faith, or a Western mindset will have you constantly trying to seek preeminence, within the ministry, man, because that's what this world is about. Okay, it's the book of Romans, chapter 12:1. This from the brother Yashomai, tribe of Judah. It says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, your reasonable service." Okay? And see, when we understand more and more the importance of what we're doing, and we believe our faith increases, we understand, like, we gotta really sacrifice ourselves, man. Okay, we really gotta put a lot of time into this thing. We really gotta prioritize this above, all right, everything else. Like, we really got to make this top priority. You know, that's our reasonable service. Yahweh Shai sacrificed his life, okay, so we can sacrifice our life, man. You see, he created that grace period for us to sacrifice our life, man. All right, and the only thing that we're doing that's worth something is this ministry, man. Even the things that we do outside ministry is still rooted back to the ministry in some way, shape, form, or fashion, man. You know? So as we understand more about the bigger picture, we understand it's a sacrifice. Sometimes you're gonna lose a couple hours of sleep. Sometimes you're gonna have to get up a little early. Sometimes you're gonna have to miss out on even money sometimes, man, and make a sacrifice for the body, because it's easy to get caught up in the rat race, especially, you're doing your thing, okay? But then there's a time where sometimes you got to sacrifice a little bit, not destroy yourself, or be unbalanced, okay? Not to put yourself in a bind, okay? But understanding, like, okay, I got what I need, got a little bit of cushion, I can get out of there, it's time to go, go deal with the body now. Time to go edify, man, okay? Now, reading on, it says Romans 12:2, it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind," all right, "that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." Okay? So as we're being renewed in our minds, we're seeing the bigger picture now. We're not offended at particular things, man. Okay? We're not offended that every Israelite can't get it, every Jake can't get it, all our family can't get it. We're not offended at that anymore, man, because we know that he is. Okay? We're not offended at people that scoff and mock against the doctrine, man. We're not offended at these things, man. Okay, we're not offended when we get jacked up in our personal situation, man, because we know, okay, that's the chastening of the Lord, and it's for our better. The Lord, chastens us, so He can have joy of us at the end. So we're not offended by these things, man. Okay, all these little petty arguments that Jake love to have, Jake, just has to be right. It ain't about us being right. You had Jake, apologizing, those Jake's out of I think they was San Antonio, you know, and speaking on how they see how, particular, ex members were, how they are, you know. But they don't understand. Apologizing to us, we're not here to be proven right in front of men. The scriptures are gonna be right. And GMS teaches the scripture, okay, precept upon precept, line and line, the right way. Okay. So what's going to make us right is that we're teaching according to what's written, precept upon precept, line upon line. And that's why every doctrine that we have, we prove it precept upon precept, line upon line. Okay. And if you go against it, you're going to find yourself to be a liar. So, we're not here to be bigged up or to be made to look like these perfect men. No, we see the bigger picture. We want the gospel to be right. Okay? The hell with how we feel or how this person made you feel. Like, nah, we see the bigger picture. We see what the Lord is doing. The Lord is nation building. He's finna establish us as a sovereign nation in the earth. Okay? What do we benefit off lying to you, man? Okay? What do we benefit off teaching you false doctrine? What do we benefit? Because we don't have nothing monetized. Okay? We don't get no discount on rent for lying to you. Okay? We're not here for attention. So what benefits are we getting? What we get from lying to you, man? Okay? Nah, man, we see the bigger picture. That's why it's bigger than money. It's way bigger than money with us, man. You know? As I say, brothers tied to themselves. Take care of ourselves, man. We're not here to solicit, Jake, about money, man. Okay? Because we see the bigger picture, man. It's about, all right, the throne of David being established in the earth, man. We want to see brothers and sisters win. We want to win. Okay, under your shot. Okay, this ain't no thing of holding grudges and trying to get a lick back, man. This is way bigger than that, man. Okay, and as you can see with Jake, like even with Alizé Sakari, Alazar, all right, and the other guy, Deacon, I forget his name. Okay, from Sakari, but these men cause all this confusion about the writings of Apostle Paul just so they can wear a hat and sell you a mixtape, man. They don't get the bigger picture, man. Okay? They don't get it. Jacob removed 80% of the New Testament just so they can wear a hat and drop a mixtape, man. Okay, or whatever else they want to do, have long hair. Okay, for some goddamn hair. We trying to win is bigger than looking cute, man. Trying to uphold this goddamn street image, which is played out. Okay, the most counterproductive culture that ever existed was street culture, man. The most counterproductive culture ever, man. And Jake still can't separate from it. That Jake don't see the bigger picture, man. Okay, we want to see our people productive. We want to see our people in righteousness and order. Okay, why will we continue to link Jake to a culture that has proven to be the most okay, the most counterproductive culture that ever existed on earth? Okay, why would we try to link the ministry to that? Nah, because Jake don't see the bigger picture. Jake try to find loopholes in the scriptures, and if Jake can't find a loophole, oh, his writings, his writings are not valid. They're not divinely inspired. Like, goddamn. you know? And then when you, even with this whole thing, with the names that men have presented to the ministry. These names, and brothers went into those names, and they go back to those Gnostic deities, where the Apostle Paul was warning the church about men that was doing that, man. And in the spirit, if you can't see that us in this time is nothing but a reenactment of those churches during the time of Acts, during the time of the apostles, you're not in the spirit. If you can't see that some of those men, okay, that was back then, those false teachers, okay, and the apostles and particular men, Barnabas, Timothy, you don't think those men are back, okay? It's just more technology, man. But if you can't see that we are reenactment of that church, you're not in the spirit. Okay? This is the same thing. Being Hellenized is no different from being westernized, man. Okay? And this is nothing but a reenactment of all the things that we read. And what was the Apostle Paul doing? He was giving game. Because when he was writing those letters, he was writing to the teachers of the churches. That's why us as young teachers coming up, we can read these things and get tips and pointers on how to move. Okay? What's that brother post that what's that Ephesians 3 and 10? I want to say it might be. He does a heretic after the second admonition reject. Okay? You go into Timothy, he was talking about what? The love of money. Okay, he was the Apostle Paul was giving game to the heads of the churches. All right, those letters, they wasn't email blast to everybody in the church. Those were to the heads of the churches on how to move and how they should direct people to move. When you go into a woman being in modest apparel, okay, that's him writing a letter to the heads of the churches to address the believers on how they should move in day-to-day life. Okay, the same knowledge and wisdom that we need today. Okay, it applies to our situation today. Dealing with foods offered to idol. How do we maneuver in these situations? Unbelieving unbelieving husband or unbelieving wife. Okay, we get the instructions on how to deal with that from the epistles, man. And Apostle Paul was in the spirit. Okay, how will we answer those questions today with all these circumstances? Because look, we we all start to believe in the midst of dysfunction, man. You look at the body as a whole, okay? We all came in this thing, all right, and we came from dysfunctional situations and circumstances, some more than others, okay? So the Apostle Paul was pretty much bringing order to dysfunction when you go into the epistles, man. Okay, as brothers, I'm finna get ready to park, so yeah, we're finna get these precepts. See brothers putting them up there, man. The Apostle Paul was giving us game, man. Jake tripping, okay, and to Israel, that's a light thing, you know. But going back into it, that was the Apostle Paul writing to the heads of the churches and establishing order out of dysfunction, man. Because we all, all right, in some type of dysfunction, man. And the wisdom of the scriptures, from front to back, from accounts in the Old Testament, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, the writings, all right, and the instructions given to the churches in the New Testament. That wisdom is bringing order to this dysfunction that we find ourselves in today, man. Okay, by what? Because we pretty much products of westernization. Okay, feminists. Okay, nigger culture, Christianity, simping. You know, whatever we was into. All right, within this Western culture that pretty much put us in what? A state of dysfunction. Okay? and the scriptures clean up the dysfunction. It's always going to be there to a degree, certain degree, it's always going to exist. Okay? It's always, going to exist. But then we have this wisdom and how to navigate and maintain ourselves, okay, within the dysfunction we find ourselves in, man. Okay? It's all about the bigger picture, man. All right? So let's see what brothers got. Start here first. Now this is the brother Hopeful Elect 3. All right, the brother Yaquab. This is Titus 1 and 4. And it says to Titus, my own son. You see that? See who these letters are addressed to? He was speaking to the heads of churches. Okay, because they would reach out to Apostle Paul and be like, okay, got this going on. You know, these niggas, these niggas letting women hair down their back, so with that. Okay, this is how we're gonna set that order up. And what do you have today? Niggas still worshiping women and niggas, Paul, he's writing to the heads, Titus. It says to Titus, my own son, after okay, and here it is. Okay, where do they get that from? Setting up elders in different cities. What do they against you? Okay, it's Jake, man. All right, hey, brother, get that in. A man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition reject. Wisdom on how to move as a teacher to be running Jake down. All right, I put Jake in the headlock to make him get it, man. Put Jake brother Reed to him. Okay, nah, man, we ain't got time for that. We here to invest in those that believe, man. All right, Apostle Paul talk about that. We got time. We gonna push your house shot to those that believe, and the believers gonna believe, and that's what we gonna invest in, man. And that's the bigger picture. Okay, we don't got time. We don't got time to prove we right to niggas, man. Well, prove to me, yeah, them niggas, man. Show me what it say, and then you show them, and then the niggas still don't believe, man. So we don't have time for them niggas, man. That's a waste of time. As a teacher, that's a waste of time. Okay, and the apostle was writing to Titus 10. Okay, so yes, oh man, hmm. Y'all let me know if we back. I seen it was buffing a little bit. Yeah, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Come, the water, bro. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much the point. I ain't gonna make this long anyway. All right, get ready to close out. Cause I plan on getting ready to do a lesson on GMS living waters. And just going into what's going on over there in that region and kind of going into some more history. All right, uh, of what's going on over there. And kind of go into how World War III is forming. You know, so yeah, Lord will I can get ready to do a World War III update in a minute. Let me go in the house, get myself together. And yeah, we'll go into that. Just to inform you brothers and you sisters on what's going on with that. Because prophecy is at the forefront. All right. And hey, at the end of the day, we gotta stay tapped into the bigger picture. All right. Hey, Jake gonna trip to the end, you know, and we gonna move in fear into the end, Lord will. So hey, to the next time, Shalom, Kwam Yashala, and Bob DTA soon, Shalom. Yep. Lord will give him about 20, 30 minutes. Give him about 20, 30 minutes and GMS living waters. Just be on the lookout for it. Shalom.